All right, so never missing an opportunity to play identity politics, the left continues to blame racism for former Harvard president Claudine Gay's resignation. Earlier today, the Reverend Al Sharpton led his group, the National Action Network, in a protest outside a billionaire Harvard alum Bill Ackman's office to show, quote, that his attacks on DEI President Gay and black Americans have consequences. Ackman, well, he responded on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, offering to meet with the Reverend Al Sharpton regarding his concerns. Anyway, there's only one person I wanted for a reaction to all of this, and that's Louisiana Senator John Kennedy. Senator, you've seen the exchange with these three presidents of these three big colleges and Elise Stefanik. We've all seen the tape. Their answers were appalling, shocking, and frankly repulsive. I don't know why it took also charges of plagiarism for Claudine Gay to go, but I just want your reaction.
Dr. Gay, of course, has resigned. She should have. I bear her no ill will. My advice to her, for what it's worth, is that when one door closes, sometimes you need to get a hammer and some nails and make sure that SOB stays shut. Because Dr. Gay had no business running a university. The plagiarism allegations against her are serious. I think most Americans found repugnant her suggestion, express or implied, that it might be okay to kill Jewish people in the proper context. My biggest quarrel with Dr. Gay is that she does not understand the purpose of a university. The purpose of a university is to make young people think, not to make them comfortable. The discussion of ideas should not be closed off. There's not only one point of view. If you want to believe that math is racist and merit is privilege, or that men can breastfeed, this is America, you're entitled to believe that. But other students who disagree should feel free to disagree. And the truth is that every advancement, every single one, in art, science, philosophy, technology, cooking, golf, came when someone challenged the rules, challenged dogma, and said there's a better way. And that's what our universities should encourage instead of just one point of view, which I think Dr. Gay was guilty of.
Well, we all know how conservatives are treated on college campuses around the country. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI as they call it. What is your reaction to that?
Well, let me answer by responding to Reverend Sharpton. I've read his comments, and he, of course, is entitled to his opinion, his mind. America is not perfect, but we are good. Like every other civilization, America caught the disease of slavery, but we beat it back, and we're proud of that. And since then, we passed civil rights laws in 1866, 1871, 1875, 1960, 1964, 1968, 1990, 1991. We made a lot of racial progress in this country, and I think we've reached the point where most, not all, but most Americans don't think that much about race. They think about character. They understand, as I've said before, that to a bear, we all taste like chicken. Now, I don't believe race should be used to harm a person or to help a person, and I think most Americans believe that. I don't think Reverend Sharpton would agree with me. I think he believes that to disregard race is racist. And that, to me, is unconstitutional and morally wrong, but he's entitled to his point of view.
How is it that Joe Biden seems to have gotten away with, and this happened in the lead up to the 2020 campaign, and that is that he partnered with a former Ku Klux Klansman by the name of Robert Byrd and fought against the integration of public schools. It was his words, not mine, that he didn't want public schools to become racial jungles. How is it that a Democratic Party, you know, they would go after any conservative that held that position and fought for that position. How come Joe Biden got a pass?
Well, I think most members of the media, not all, but most members of the media, have tried to help President Biden as much as they can. I know with many members of the media in my state that's been the case. But as I said the other day, the American people are not stupid, but they think that Joe Biden is, and there's a lot of evidence for that. He's running out of toes to shoot off. The border is Exhibit A. And as I've also said on your show before, the American people, they're busy. They don't have time to read Socrates every day. They're busy earning a living. But sooner or later, they figure it out. And they have figured it out with respect to President Biden, his friends in the media notwithstanding. And I think he's going to have a rough election cycle.
All right. I think it's going to be a roller coaster of a year, probably unprecedented, unlike any we've seen in our lifetime. That is maybe the one certainty we can talk about at this point. Senator Kennedy, Happy New Year. Great to see you. Thanks for being back with us.